Hello guys and welcome into another video, and as I'm claiming my rewards from the manufacturer season, which placed me 4th in the manufacturer for Nissan, and I was 21st in the region. I think it was a pretty decent one, so 6 million credits. Yeah, 6 million credits, that's actually quite a lot. So we're moving on to the lap time challenge here, and we got the Mazda RX-8, which I think it's a really good car around the Nürburgring. I do have to say that this is not going to be easy. I'm looking at the times on the leaderboards and I can see Jet Racing just followed by Tijni. So Tijni is actually really quick this time. Yeah, I mean, amazing. For the last couple of weeks, he seems to be like just putting amazing lap times in there. So 2:24.6 for the gold, which is, well, actually 4 seconds off the world record, which I don't think it's going to be that difficult to reach. But okay. We will check it out. We will see. The car is, of course, the RX-8, and we will check out the replay just to see what the leader did to achieve this lap time. So I don't think it's going to be that difficult to do, but to achieve 2:20, that's something else. Okay, moving on, as I usually do. So, okay, we can just change the view. And usually what I'm looking at the most is how he changes up the gears, because with these road cars, you really never know. I mean, you can sometimes short shift it, sometimes it's like really revving it long, but I guess it's breaking point as it usually needs to be. The downshifting seems to be fine. Second gear, the car seems to slip out a little bit, that's not the problem. Third gear, okay, just a little tap on the brakes, nothing more than that. Is he gonna downshift heavily? Not much, okay. Yeah, okay, only in the corner he is downshifting into the second gear, third on the way out. Okay, the car seems to be rotating really well, which is a good sign. Okay, the usual braking point, isn't it? Yes, it is. Fourth gear, down to third. Okay, he's usually downshifting just at the apex, not before it. That's actually new to me. Okay, revving it up. The usual braking point, I guess. Yes. Entry goes in early. Downshift into second. Second on the way out. Nice. That's a nice one. And it's going to be probably a little lift here. Nothing much than that. Yeah. A little lift and an upshift, which is strange. Once again, we're going into this, I believe, the most difficult one, because I usually lose a lot of time here. Downshifting into third. The car seems to slip out, so you need to put your foot on the gas pedal slightly. Yeah. The car slides a lot, so I will really need to get used to the sliding of this car. So, as I said, 220. I don't think I'm going to be getting 220s, but we'll see. Fourth, 100 meter mark, right? A little bit before, but that's pretty much it. Second, well, flying through the chicane. Absolutely flying through the chicane. I think he could have possibly... Yeah, he could have probably cut it a little bit more, but here again, is it going to be second? No. Staying in third gear. Third gear on the way out. So I guess this is the way to do it. And he's just going to cross the finish line, revving up the car. 2:20.4, which is the time to beat. And now it's my turn to try, so yeah, let's see what I got. So let's begin with the track guide. So I was able to do a 21.2, which I think it was a decent result, although I know I can do a lot better lap. But first of all, this is the first braking point. Just before the 100 meter mark, there is, well, this is kind of the gap, or whatever you want to call it, but make sure that you brake in the straight line and then start turning in as you downshift into second gear. I downshifted a little bit too soon, and the crucial point of all of this is actually to accelerate really quick. This car is unbelievably stable, and I couldn't believe how stable this car is in second and third gear. But here, I mean, I think I kind of stepped onto the brakes too hard. I think it's just even if it's a little lift, it doesn't have to do much, but the car will make that corner with ease if you just tap the brakes. Here, you have the brake almost in the straight line with a bit of turning, I would say, with about 20 degrees of turning, still at about like 50-60%. the ideal point. But again, downshifting needs to come later, and you need to start accelerating really quick. So even though you're on the curb, the car is still gonna get that rotation, it's still gonna get the stability. It's kind of in the middle of what the car is supposed to be, but it seems to work. So this car is very good, and I was really surprised about the rotation and how much acceleration does this car have and how stable in the end it is. Here, this is the one where I do not recommend downshifting really quick, because otherwise the car will start turning in too much. So you need to be in fourth gear and then in the middle of the corner downshift in the third, like I did here. The best possible line is to be closest to the left side. I mean, I was kind of in the middle, but again, it's just about the braking coming in immediately, and then you just need to let the car roll through the corner. So no trail braking, or a minimal trail braking through the corner. This is what really makes it a lot easier for the car to kind of get the rotation and eventually get that stability for the exit. So it was, I think it was a good decision to stay in that third gear. So here, this is my next braking point. I usually try to brake in the straight line and very early into the apex. So this one was kind of a little bit off the apex, so that's why the car was rotating a little bit too much. I think it's the best possible ways to brake straight and then look for a double apex here, but I guess it was okay. In the middle of the corner, if you start accelerating in second, it's gonna be okay. So this split was actually fine, and then I realized that in this section, I don't even have to lift. I just have to rev up the car to about 150. Which is, well, which I think just about ideal. 152, I think it's the best one. And then once again, I do have to recommend, I usually use the tree on the right, but you can use the 100-meter sign. Whatever you do, do not downshift quickly. So I did this here, and I was about to lose the car here. So it was really sliding, and I mean, I think I lost a bit of time. Definitely I did. And now, completely on the left side, the curb is usually the indicator to turn in, and then just a little bit of rotation that is coming in from kind of the curb, but you really don't want to touch the curb that much. I think I missed the curb slightly, and then acceleration once again needs to start really quick. And you can see that just about in this section, I lost a lot of time to the global leader, and yeah, in the end it wasn't what I was expecting. But now this corner, I mean, this was what really surprised me about this lap time challenge, and that's the 100-meter sign. Okay, we're actually braking a little bit before the 100-meter sign, but then as I'm starting to turn in, I'm downshifting into second gear, and this is the point. You don't want to touch the cone on the right. You can see that I'm actually avoiding it. Usually we would cut this chicane quite a lot, and this time it's actually about avoiding the cone. Otherwise, your lap time will be invalidated. And this one, once again, it's the cone, and you want to turn in and brake, and just a little bit of braking, nothing too much. You just need to let the car coast for a while, and then when you're in the middle of the corner, just about here, you accelerate. And the car is stable, the car can cope with all of the stress of the rear, and it's actually okay. Revving up that third gear, and it was a 21.2. And yeah, guys, this is pretty much about it. So I placed P7 in the world with 221.2. I think my result is definitely going to go down. I don't think I'm going to even finish in the top 50 or 100, but we will see by the end of the week. But if I go to global leaderboards, I'm P7. So the first guy is doing a 220.4, and I am P7 with just about 0.8 of a difference. So that's a big gap. So I think a 224.6 is going to be something that you can easily get, and if you just follow the advice in the video, I think that's not going to be a problem, and you will walk away with the gold. So once again, thank you very much for watching the video, and until the next time, bye.